Letter sent on September 15, 2017. Dear President Trump, this is #1 New York Times best-selling author, radio host, TV celebrity, natural health freedom advocate, promoter of free speech, and your loyal supporter, Kevin Trudeau. Sheriff Joe of Arizona was convicted of criminal contempt of court for willfully violating a court order. Unfair and wrong. I too was convicted of criminal contempt of court order for willfully violating a court order. Also unfair and wrong. Joe was attacked by the liberal left Obama Justice Department for purely political reasons. I was also attacked by the same liberal left Obama Justice Department for purely political reasons. Joe's contempt was that he dared to enforce the immigration laws. My contempt was I dared to express my First Amendment rights of free speech on TV when talking about one of my books. The fact that my views and opinions were conservative exposed special interest and political corruption and were listened to by over 50 million people made my free speech even more offensive to the Obama administration. Sheriff Joe courageously enforced the current immigration laws. I courageously exposed the corrupt political establishment and their collusion with certain special interests. Joe was not given any jail time for his crime. I am very happy for him. I was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison, the longest prison sentence ever imposed for contempt of court. Joe should have been pardoned. I'm thrilled you gave a pardon to Joe. He is a hero. I should be pardoned as well. Please pardon me. While many call me a free speech hero and legend, I am not a hero. You, Mr. President Trump, are the real hero. I am just humbly doing my part to protect and upload the Constitution. All the details of my situation are on kevintrudeau.com. On this site are several previous letters I submitted to you outlining the simple facts of my case. The site also includes the 3-page document, the facts and circumstances about Kevin Trudeau's contempt of court conviction, the 3-page document, the reasons and justifications as to why Kevin's 10-year prison sentence should be commuted, lowered. Virtually every lawyer who has ever read the facts all say the same thing. Kevin should have never been charged with criminal contempt, as he did not willfully violate any court order. Kevin should have never been found guilty, as he was diligent in trying to obey the court orders and relied on legal advice all along the way. Kevin should have never been sentenced to 10 years in prison for something that is not inherently a crime. Speech is not an inherent crime. There is no restitution, no fine, and no victims. No customers complained. Kevin simply angered the government and a judge with his speech. I submitted an official petition for commutation of sentence with your pardon office, asking you to at least commute my sentence to time served, as I have already spent nearly 4 years in prison, if you will not pardon me. My good friend, former US Congressman Ed Foreman, edforeman.com, sent you several letters advocating for my release and explains the situation as well. Those letters are also on kevintrudeau.com. Over 100,000 of my loyal supporters have also reached out to you, their representatives in Washington and many of your key advisors and allies, advocating for my pardon or to have my sentence commuted, lowered, to time served and have me immediately released from prison. Those contacted include Kellyanne Conway, John Kelly, Ivanka, Jared, Eric Don Jr., Melania, Rudy Giuliani, Mike Huckabee, Carly Can, Sean Hannity, Andrew Napolitano, Janine Pirou, Laura Ingraham, Newt Gingrich, Jay Sekulow, and many others. My books and radio show have for decades promoted many of your conservative and populist issues, including the unholy alliance between Big Pharma and the establishment politicians. Most importantly, the books and my radio show expose how Big Pharma and the government establishment purposely, out of greed, created the opioid addiction crisis facing America today. all for the money. I have also been relentless at exposing the deep state, the swamp as you call it. This means I have pulled no punches at exposing the Clintons, Obama, and all the establishment politicians who go to Washington broke and within a few years magically become multimillionaires. For this, I have been on the Clinton and Obama hit list for decades. It has been said that Hillary Clinton, while Secretary of State, called me politically dangerous and must be silenced. Over 50 million people have bought my books and other informational publications over the years. I have a very strong, loyal, and extremely large group of supporters. I have promoted many of the same issues you so brilliantly brought up in the campaign, such as illegal immigration, the wall, bad trade deals, loss of US manufacturing jobs, infrastructure, the potential dangers of huge numbers of vaccines all given to a baby at one time, repealing and replacing Obamacare, the outrageous cost of drugs, medical procedures and medical insurance, government waste, fraud and abuse, lowering taxes and simplifying the way taxes are done. For these reasons, I am loathed by the entire establishment, just like you are. The deep state bureaucrats in the US government, together with the special interests, have been trying to silence and discredit me for years because of expressing essentially your views. What I have been talking about on my radio show and in my books for decades are in alignment with your views 99.99%. The establishment hates me for these views and that fact that I have a huge following that actually listens to me. But like you, the people overwhelmingly love me. I have over 50 million customers in America and millions more who have watched me on TV or listened to me on radio over the decades. While I certainly have vocal critics, even among some of the people, overwhelmingly the people positively support me. Mr. President, in my trial, the judge and the government said my books are worthless and dangerous. They said my opinions are worthless and dangerous. It is frightening when the government can decide what books and opinions are okay to read and hear. The judge said he was giving me a 10-year prison sentence to stop me from influencing people with my ideas and to send a message to other people who think like Trudeau. This is more than just frightening. It is terrifying that this kind of suppression is happening in America. Now, it is a crime to think in a way that the government or one judge does not agree with. This is about suppression of free speech. This is about government censorship. This is about judges and an abusive, out-of-control government that illegally uses its godlike power to punish opposing conservative views and opinions. Mr. President, please pardon me or at least commute my sentence to time served and have me immediately released. I have spent 4 years in federal prison for simply talking about my books, expressing my personal opinions, and exercising my First Amendment rights of free speech. This is about a New York Times best-selling book that cost $19 and that millions of people loved. My millions of loyal readers, radio show listeners, supporters, and those who have watched me on TV for almost 30 years will love you and never forget what you did to rescue me when you pardoned me or at least commute my sentence and have me released. I am sure they will support their support for you in so many amazing ways. Just like pardoning Sheriff Joe will give you massive goodwill with those who love him, the same will happen when you pardon me, but on a much bigger national scale. Mr. President, you are amazing and brilliant. I have watched you during your entire campaign, and you did the most magnificent job. I am now watching you as president, and you are simply the most gifted and talented person I have ever seen. You are a winner. You make things happen with the power of your will. You have flawless intuition. Your instincts are perfect. The idiots who call themselves experts, journalists and reporters on TV were all 100% wrong about you during your campaign. All their advice to you about how to win the election was wrong. You were right. They were wrong. You got it. They did not get it. And they still don't get it. Now, those same idiots are trying to tell you how to act as president and how to be president. They were wrong when they were telling you how to win the election. and they are wrong now telling you how to be president. You are right with what you are doing. You are right with how you are acting. You are right with what you are saying, and you are right with how you say it. Your instincts are right. Your words are right. Everything you do and the way you do it connects with the majority of the American people. The talking heads on TV who call themselves journalists are all mostly lawyers. They think like lawyers, not like average Americans. They live in the NYC or WDC or SF bubble and have no idea how to connect with the masses. You do. You are loved and supported more than you know. Thank you for having the courage to make America great again. Thank you for being so tough and to being able to take so much incoming, so much heat, and so many unfair attacks. The media misleads the people. They distort the facts. They misrepresent the truth. They are dishonest and deceptive. They outright lie. You know this better than anyone. They do it to you every day. They did it to Sheriff Joe, and they have done it to me in massive ways as well. As the old Army Air Corps saying goes, you know when you are over the target because that is when you get the flak. I am looking forward to thanking you in person very soon and shaking your hand again. We met many years ago at a Howard Stern birthday party at the Plaza Hotel when I was dating Amy Lynn Baxter, with positive expectations to be hearing from you very soon. You are the best. Very truly yours, Kevin Trudeau. 180-46036 Mobile at Federal Prison Camp, Maxwell AFB, Montgomery, Alabama 36112. This video was presented to you by Kashmir Savani. Abundance is your birthright, Freedompreneur. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel, and for more inspirational quotes, check out my Instagram at freedompreneur_lifestyle.